Do you want to do a quick would you rather? Ooh, I got one off the top of my head.
Okay. Yeah. Sock it to me.
Thematically, would you rather be a werewolf or a vampire, Josh?
That's a great question.
Thank
I think vampires are more romantic,
you.
werewolves are more feral. Werewolves. So do I see myself as more romantic or do I see myself as more feral?
We all know what you're gonna say.
Feral for sure.
Was
Yeah.
not expecting that.
Well, here's the thing, being a vampire is a curse that you carry with you for eternity.
Right, but
Maybe you're
being
rotting.
no, of course not. You
Why
heal
not? Why not?
because you're
Why
healing
not?
instantly. Because you're healing instantly. Why? How
Yeah,
would you
but
not?
you're like, do you, okay, I don't know. Like some vampires age and some vampires don't. It depends on your mythos, right?
I mean, I think after a good century, not century, a good millennia, you start to age and get
So you have
decrepit.
like you have a real sense of the clock on this.
I mean, let's look at like history of vampires. You got like the Baron, who is just barren and cannot have children. He looks decrepit and old because he's like a millennial, a millennium.
He's the original millennial.
That's right.
He's got so much LaCroix back at the house.
That's right. Wearing
What are
beanies.
things millennials
I
do?
don't know. Have jobs and 401ks at this
Oh
point.
fuck.
and then you got like the gang at the house. They're all hundreds of years old and they haven't aged as far as we can tell.
I mean, Nandor might be like 1,000 years old.
Oh, that's true. So, see, I don't know. Maybe it depends on who turned you.
Oh, that's interesting. So, okay. So, like, outside of what we do in the shadows,
Yeah.
like, Nosferatu is like the original depiction on film of a vampire.
Uh huh. But you don't know what he looked like before that. Maybe he
That's
always
true.
looked
Maybe
like
that's what he
that.
looked like. That's true.
How sad.
You have a Nosferatu like character in The Baron and in
Uh-huh.
Peter from the original movie.
Mm-hmm.
He
Mm-hmm.
he was one of their roommates. Uh okay, so what are some okay, so the idea is a werewolf. Werewolves and vampires are both somewhat social, but they can also be loners, depending.
Mm-hmm. I would assume werewolves were more social than vampires. Just because, canine like and whatnot. I think that I'm.
Oh, I mean,
Yes,
I am married to Teen Wolf's daughter.
that's true. Like, do you even have a
So,
choice?
right. I think I have to be a vampire
Yeah.
because that's the way it is.
Uh huh. Yeah, that's how the dynamic works.
Right. Right.
It,
Men are from Mars, women are from werewolf.
uh-huh, uh-huh.
So wait, which would you go with and why?
I think that I I think that ideally I would prefer to live my life as a vampire. However, I
Hmm.
don't want to live for eternity, so I'd probably pick werewolf.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the my ideal self.
Mm-hmm.
Who is that person? Because it's like I used to be completely nocturnal.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be, but
Right.
I am no longer a creature of the night. Instead, I wish to get up in the morning and run really fast. That's a thing that a wolf would do.
That's what I'm saying. And honestly, you
Hmm.
if you don't have beef with your father-in-law, you should not be a vampire cuz you guys are going to beef.
Oh, you think?
100%. They do not gel. It's like
Oh,
oil
wait.
and water.
Well, hold on a second. What
Mhm.
was that show?
Twilight?
Being Human. Did you watch Being Human? It was a British show.
I watched like the first 3 episodes and then I was like, meh.
I think they might have tried to do an American remake that I
They
never
did.
watched.
I didn't watch it either.
Right. So similar setup. You've got a vampire, a werewolf, and a ghost, I think, and their housemates,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah. I don't know about the ghost, but
All right. Talk to me more about your werewolf vampire dreams.
well, I'm naked and I'm running.
Go on. Go on.
I don't know. Like, do I want to be a stupid ass athlete like a werewolf? No,
Ah,
not at
right.
all. I
They're
want to
the
be,
jocks.
yeah, I want to be the cool goth lady smoking cloves in my sitting room,
Ah,
hanging out with
but
other guys. What?
doesn't the cool goth lady end up with the jock at the end of the movie?
This isn't a John Hughes movie. This is life.
John Hughes never
I know.
had.
You're right.
Mm,
No, she would not. The goth chick would not go with the jock. She would get a makeover so she was no longer a goth chick and gross. That's
right.
what would happen, and I don't want that to happen to me.
Sandra D shows up in leather,
And spandex.
and John Travolta is in a Letterman's jacket.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hold on a second. I have a lot of leather pants. Which one of these things goes better with leather pants?
I mean, I think obviously it's gonna be vampire,
Are you
but it
sure?
yes, but
Mm,
caveat the
caveat.
the where
Ooh, caveat.
yeah the the werewolf would be hilarious wearing leather pants though, so I'm gonna say both,
Uh,
especially with dog legs, and especially I'll split from being muscular dog legs.
mm,
Very funny. So either.
mm. Okay, so wait, what before we drop this, I want to dig into what does it mean to be a vampire versus being a werewolf even more? Because I think that either one classically in literature and just in popular culture, these are people who are outsiders who live with a secret. It might be a shameful secret, right?
Yeah.
And so
I love a shameful secret, Josh.
right. I mean, I think that often either one of these is about being secretly gay
Mm-hmm.
in a hetero society. They could also be about drug addiction.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm probably more vampires than
Sure,
werewolves.
sure, sure, sure.
Werewolves, in some depictions, like they kill indiscriminately, but um, but wouldn't do that if they were human.
Yeah.
And it's not like they need to do it.
It's just
I
an animalistic.
Yeah, it's an animalistic urge,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Much like my animalistic urge for taquitos from 7-Eleven. You just
Okay,
need
so you're the
it.
cool goth lady who eats taquitos from 7-Eleven.
Yeah. Doy.
Let's clap it in.
Oh, okay.
What's up, everybody? It's On Fire Tonight with Josh and Tressa. We are here tonight to talk about the great series, What We Do in the Shadows. This is going to be about season 5, episode 1. It's called The Mall. This will be your spoiler warning. We're going to talk about the episode. So if you want to watch it first without spoilers, pause this, watch that, come back. You're back. Welcome back.
Thank you. It's
Tressa.
been a minute.
Tressa of the
For-
night. What do you think of this episode?
so fun. I'm so excited to be watching this again because I don't watch anything unless we're talking about it, basically.
Yeah, yeah. We have a full roster of shows that we've dedicated ourselves to, and this is one of my favorites of
Uh-huh.
all time. This
So
is up there with
good.
anything, like absolutely.
I'm gonna be a little bit honest and did not catch the last couple episodes of the last season. Don't tell anybody, but we
Well, guess
get
what? We pick up right where we left off.
very exciting because we get some brand new, super fun information.
Uh-huh.
What is it, Josh?
Gizmo, at the end of last season, he shows up with a bag of money that he got from the vampire nightclub.
Yeah.
And he asks his friend Derek, who was in the Vampire Killer Association and is now working at a convenience store at night, to make him a vampire. It doesn't seem like he actually needs the money for this. Derek's like, sure, man, whatever.
What? Yeah, okay, that helps because why is he working in a gas station? He's a vampire. He could just
Uh,
like rob people and they wouldn't even know.
Derek has low self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
He has a low he sees himself as a low status person.
Mm-hmm.
He's pushed around and generally very agreeable. He's a great character, and
He is a
honestly, I hope
great
that we see him a lot.
Me too.
I'm so glad that he's returned.
Me too.
Yeah.
Uh, he he's
Everything
just
about his life is sad right now, but he's not sad about it. He's
no.
taking it all in stride. He works the night shift at this convenience store with someone else who's above him, who's constantly telling him to deal with the toilet.
That's pretty much his job, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
Which, no thanks. At that point, just no.
Yeah.
Just start robbing people. If your job is to clean a gas station toilet, just rob people.
Also, he has a fainting issue if he sees his own blood. So turning Guillermo into a vampire, he can bite him,
Mm-hmm.
but he's very nervous to have his own skin broken.
And boy, oh boy, does Guillermo use that box cutter on him. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, I mean, no mistakes here.
I mean,
I'm going in.
you just need something big enough for your mouth to cover. Not your entire fucking body. Guillermo.
He's he's eager. He's waited a long time for this. He's excited to do this thing.
He's also lost a lot of blood, so I'm sure
Right,
it's a little
that's
shaky.
true.
Yeah.
So there's a house meeting going on.
Yeah.
It's 16 days after Guillermo got turned.
Mm-hmm.
And he hasn't told anyone this, but they're all like, something's up with Guillermo. He's acting weird. What's up with that?
You know what it is? They missed his birthday.
Right. They have no idea when his birthday is. They think that must be it. So they insist on taking him out to dinner at a restaurant where Colin Robinson is now a waiter, a terrible, terrible waiter.
You know what?
Great.
It's great to see him like working the job market, just going and getting a lot of experience everywhere.
So, like, I think we've all been waited on by Colin Robinson at some point in our lives.
Of course.
He hit all of the things, all of them. It's like, I'm not listening to you while you're giving me the order. I'm not writing anything down. I walk away and say, yeah, I think I know. Says, I'll ask your server. Wait, I thought you were our server.
I'm on break.
Like, spills water while refilling it. Gets in your space while you're trying to have like an intimate conversation. Tries to be all chummy.
He doesn't need the money, right? Because
Dressing on the side, I don't know. I'll ask the chef, but I think he's gonna say no go.
we've talked about their money like in general, right? Like, what? Well, how do they have money? I mean, I get it. Investments here, thousands, hundreds of years old.
I think they just rob people when they need
Yeah,
to.
that's what I
I
said they
think.
should do. I mean, hypnosis, whatever, it's fine.
Right.
Hmm.
They don't need or want money for the most part, but they do occasionally have bill problems, or like Nandor needs to get like swag from the dream team.
That's something you get like a side gig for, just work for that.
He's got to get like a Barkley jersey and
He started driving for Uber just for that. Now that you say that, that house is definitely paid off. They don't buy groceries, obviously have no utility bills. They don't have a car. They don't need money. That's what it is. Why the fuck would they need
right. They
money?
don't give a shit about like any of our dumb bullshit.
Ah,
Like that's why my favorite thing from the show is when offered the chance to rule the vampire council, Laszlo was like, fuck that.
why
He's
the
like,
fuck?
I'm not some fucking pencil pushing bureaucrat. Go fuck yourselves. The idea that any vampire wants to like have some stupid bureaucratic hierarchy job, like that just seems dumb to me. Also, side note, I don't know if you're like a fan of what's those movies with Kate Beckinsale where it's like
Oh,
vampires and werewolves fighting.
I don't remember the names, but I know what you're talking about.
I don't understand the appeal because like instead of being vampires and werewolves like normally, they've got like vampire guns and werewolf guns and they're having shootouts in the subway like it's a
Why?
spy mafia thing.
Nah, you get a choreographer and they fight. You don't use weapons.
Yeah, you dance in a circle around each other
Yes.
and you sniff each other suggestively.
Yes. You do that thing at the end of Dirty Dancing and you're good.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what they did at the end of Dirty Dancing.
I had the time of my life.
Yeah, like
Yes,
that.
I swear it's the truth.
It's gotta...
And I owe it all to you.
Uh-huh.
All right, so Guillermo's like, all right, thanks for dinner. I guess I wasn't that hungry because he has to pretend that he's human because he's like, hey guys, what if I didn't want to wait around all day for Nandor to eventually make me a vampire? What if somebody else made me a vampire? What if Dracula walks up to me and he was like, I want to make you a vampire? And everybody stops laughing.
No, that's not funny. You can't fuck around like that, Guillermo.
I'm all for edgy humor, Nadia says, but this is no laughing matter.
Edgy humor. She's a bit,
Yeah, the greatest insult a familiar could ever do to their master is get turned by a different vampire. Nandor would have to kill Guillermo and then himself.
he'll do it too. He's threatened before. I mean himself.
Also, the Nadia doll
Mhm.
accidentally got smushed.
Oh
And so
no.
Colin Robinson replaced her legs with like one of those dancing doll things. And she
It,
hates it.
who wouldn't? She is non-consensually flashing everyone every time they push a button next to her foot. I don't understand what that doll is. Does that doll exist? I hope not. It's not great.
Well, so yeah, so after dinner, they all go to the mall because Guillermo's like, I'll see you back at the house. I'm going to the mall. And they're like, what is this mall?
They
And
just turn
so,
around.
right, they've never been to the mall before. So
Yeah.
Nadia goes to a Build-A-Bear to try to get like the most amazing gear for the Nadia doll.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, what were the specifications? It was like
a very specific, and all I remember is a sharp taint, I think.
I think it was a taint that can write its own checks.
That's what it is. Who doesn't want that? Jesus
Nipples that are
Christ.
like
That's what it was.
illegal in every nation.
Yeah.
Like, I want the exact vagina that Venus de Milo had as she emerged from the water. And the girl at the Build-A-Bear is like, oh, I was thinking, like, what kind of hat? And she's like, oh, colorful sombrero. which is a great callback when the ghost of Nadia was first introduced and they were hitting it off. We see the ghost of Nadia wearing a sombrero in that episode.
Nice catch, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I put on a sombrero?
No. No.
What do you mean?
No. I mean, no.
All right. All right. For now, you should put on a sombrero.
You know, I would. I would. I want to so bad, Josh. But I don't have one.
I have one. Maybe later. All right.
Okay,
so
give it to me.
Laszlo thinks Guillermo's being awfully suspicious. Nandor goes off and has an absolute blast. We see him on a carousel inside the mall shouting about how he's going to pillage everyone.
Which,
it's amazing.
I mean, good times.
So much joy. And Laszlo sees him, he's like, shut the fuck up, fucking idiot.
Oh, all right. Why? Never mind. Go ahead. Nothing.
So while they're at the mall, Guillermo goes to like an eyeglass place to get his eyes checked. Turns out he no longer needs his incredibly strong prescription
that he's had since he was 3, and it's never changed.
I guess.
Guillermo, you should have gotten your eyes checked before this. But it doesn't matter now because you don't need them anymore.
So he can't fly. His teeth haven't changed. He can't transform into a bat. The only thing that's different so far is now his eyesight is better than 2020, and he's going to have to put in fake lenses to like pretend that nothing's different yet.
Okay. I would like to amend my werewolf statement. And
okay,
if the only power I had as a vampire is that I had perfect vision, I will take that.
Oh, interesting.
Because
perfect vision's pretty great.
I mean, now I feel like an asshole for saying that. You know, contacts suck. I hate them very much. I forget that I have them in, and then I have to wear reading glasses because I have contacts in, because it's perfect for this thing, but not for that thing. And then glasses, I can't do progressives. They make me nauseous. I hate everything that I have to do to just be able to read anything and also see ahead of me.
Yeah, progressives, I have progressives now for like a year at this point, and I don't love them. I do not love them. I feel like I'm going to have to do something about this. I guess I just have to live with it. That's the thing I have to do.
Why are you wearing glasses? Aren't you a vampire?
Or am I a werewolf?
Okay. So Laszlo gets a little peek of this conversation. I assume he has great hearing because he's a vampire.
Right.
But he hears something and stumbles over all the wind chimes trying to hide.
Yeah, it's unclear what he knows, but he may know something for sure. Oh, also, Nandor has had his whole world changed. He discovered a secret tome in the library of Laszlo, hidden away for many years.
That's exciting.
Yeah. It's the 1970s self-help book, I'm Okay, You're Okay. And he declares everything in this episode to be okay.
I love this for him. It makes me so happy. that ancient text has helped him grow as a vampire, and we really appreciate it.
Uh, deep within the grimoire.
Uh,
So this episode pretty much ends on the note of Guillermo has to just fucking live in fear, has to hide this secret, and I don't know how it's supposed to play out. Like, we know that he's a vampire. He knows that he's a vampire. He's still able to walk in sunlight, and he can eat human food, but it's mostly like raw hamburger.
For
Oh, and
now.
now he sleeps in a footlocker.
It was a gift from Nandor.
Yeah, he can't just openly have a coffin. So he's got a footlocker that he stuffs himself into.
Oh, Guillermo. Okay, but what was I gonna ask you? Fuck. I know. My brain.
Should we sing more
is
songs
fried.
from the Dirty Dancing soundtrack?
Yeah, go ahead. That'll jog my memory.
Oh, lover boy.
Oh, boy.
Baby.
No, that didn't help. Sorry,
All
Josh.
right. I have a feeling that there were seasons of Being Human I never saw.
There were only like 2, right?
Oh, well then maybe not.
Yeah, I don't think it lasted.
Did they give it a real ending?
I don't think so. I think it was canceled before they could.
C'est la vie.
Oh, so yeah. So this secret,
Mhm.
I assume, yeah, because the end of the last season ended kind of on, I'm guessing, a cliffhanger. Because the way they stretch out this fucking goddamn secret of Guillermo's,
Mhm.
every single second of this flashback is like, I don't know. It looks like it's not going to happen.
Right. Well, the way they
No.
end last season, it's just him saying, Derek, I want you to make me a vampire, in a hard cut.
Yeah.
And
then he's talking to the documentary guys, and they're like, so did you go through with it? He's like, you were fucking there. Why are you making me tell you this? Stretch it out. Oh, he didn't go through with it. Oh, is he? No, he didn't go through with it. No.
Right. It's unclear. Every time they keep cutting back, it could go either way. Derek is like being pulled off to deal with a toilet. And he's like, no. After we do this, he's like, oh, right.
Yeah.
And
spraying blood everywhere. Oh, he's just going to go to the hospital. It's fine.
So much blood. It was so much fun to watch all that blood.
Yes, it was like Dan Aykroyd in that one sketch where he's spraying blood everywhere from. Nope, that's a different one. But the French lady chef sketch.
Oh, Julia Child.
Yes, thank you. I'm so well spoken.
So, yeah, there's wonderful wide shots from the security cam angle in the stock room of the convenience store. Guillermo is like, oh, I'm just waiting. Like, I pause for the editors. They're going to probably put in a montage of like Nandor doing lots of fun things for me. And then it's just a long, wide shot of him standing there anticipating something like that, which does not exist.
No. And Guillermo, you should know by now, you don't need to pause. They'll do that anyway. Guillermo.
Right? They don't have to fill real-time pauses. All right, so big cliffhanger ending. And guys, that's all the time we have for this episode. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll be back with